And you, and you, and you gonna love this show. This is Raw Truth Media giving you that raw content that you deservedly need. I'm joined by Coach Joe, the OG. How you doing, my brother?
Good, DJ. That was very good. Love that intro. How you doing? I'm doing great. We got Melo tonight playing my hated Clippers. I'm just, woo! I couldn't be happier.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. But Coach Joe, there's something different with Lamelo in a good way.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I didn't see wow. What? You know. What's that old that old little rascals thing? Just how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I mean, how many ways can we count? Let me see here. The two dribble uh, jump shot. That's new. That's
Hmm.
beautiful. He hitting that most of the time he shoots it, whether it's from going left or right. I'm loving the and California. The West Coast created the drive-by shootings. Unfortunately, through the gang warfare, well, Melo's got a drive-by shot. And I see he's shooting that from the left side now. And I like that. He did it the other day, went left
Hmm.
and shot it in. So I like that I've seen from him. His 3-pointer is just wet. I mean, well, I'm gonna bring up the last one I want to hold to after I hear it. So, but those are just some things I've seen just early on that I like that look that look new.
Now, I heard a Sean on media, social media, say, "Man, if Lamelo wasn't injured, he would have been an All Star this year. No, he could still be an All Star this year. I repeat, he can still be an All Star this year." And I want to shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to
Oh,
Anthony
hey,
King. Shout out to Macrina Daniel. Said, "Hey DJ, Raw Truth Media, Slat in the building. Deacon Davis Farms." He said, "Yo." He said, "Shout out to Coach Joe."
well, what's happening, family? How's everybody doing? What's happening, Anthony King? Good to see you, Young G. Lucretia Daniels, it's always so nice to see you. My sister, how are things over there on your side of the world? What's happening, Slat? What's going on, Deacon Davis? What's happening? It's all good. We just here to preview the game now tonight. Us Mellowholics are back in the building. You know what I'm saying? And we just happy about it. Our boy is playing that thing, and I saw some things, DJ, that I must admit I'm looking to see if it's gonna carry over until tonight.
Absolutely. And Coach Joe, before you do that, I want to show you what De'Aaron Fox said about
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was wonderful. Go ahead, go for that.
let me play that clip for you. Let me go here. Just give me a moment. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to share this video through all social media platforms. Yes, LaMelo Ball is at another level right now. And even stars in the NBA are paying attention. This is what De'Aaron Fox said.
Shoot the hell out of the ball.
Let me go
Can
back.
get
What did you make of just Lamelo in that fourth quarter? Obviously, you got it going.
yeah. Melo's he's a difficult player to assess just because of he's herky jerky the way he plays 6'7", can pass the hell out of the ball, can shoot the hell out of the ball, can get downhill, and he makes decisions in split seconds. You don't know if he's going to shoot or if he's going to drop it off to a big. Um, he's Melo's a hell of a player, and I think everybody's known that since he's gotten in the league. So when Charlotte is really winning games, I think he'll put the league on notice. less than 28 minutes and 23 and 12 is 23, 12 and 5 is ridiculous.
Wait a minute, hold on, DJ. Isn't that his big brother's arch enemy?
Mm-hmm. Even the enemies respecting the brother. Even the enemies respect.
Ooh, I mean, wait a minute, because I saw that a couple of days ago. I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm so glad that you showed it because it just cracked me up. I saw him talking after the game too, and I was like, wow, look at this, look at this. But very very interesting. But let's look at what De'Aaron Fox said on a Sacramento team that is playing very well.
Damn good man.
That's in the playoff hunt right now. 3 games, I think, over 500. Got a really solid team. Got a really good team. I mean, they got a lot of really good pieces on that Sacramento team, and Mike Brown can coach. So, they've come out the gate exceedingly well, if you will. And so I'm sure Sacramento is excited as heck because they haven't had anything to really shake their pom poms about since Chris Webber and Mike Bibby and Stojakovic and all them dudes.
And
Bobby
man,
Jackson, yeah, and they
what
had
I
a team.
realized the last game, Coach Joe?
What's that? What's
when
that?
Terry Rozier, and I'm not really trying to get at, I'm not trying to hate on Terry or sound like someone that's just like saying he's the problem with the team, but he doesn't fit with the team. You get what I'm saying, Coach Joe?
No, I kind of get it, DJ. It's kind of like saying, I don't really want to call out my wife, but she really should, take a bath. She keep asking me, do she smell wet? Well, you ain't bathing like 4 days.
You see that comment right there?
What he said.
The game slowed down for Lamelo. Lamelo's playing like a freaking magician right now. He's
he's just approaching the DJ. In my view, he ain't even. See. That's why I want to look at. I want us to break down what Fox said because
right.
Fox said a lot there, but but the most important thing that he said is that he gave context. Okay, he didn't just say, "Oh no, Melo had a great game tonight." Melo just, Melo just a great game. Melo, great game, Melo. He didn't do that. He didn't show hate. He made a statement and then he backed it up, unsolicited. He chose to answer the question this way. Well, ever since Melo came into the league, everybody knows he's a problem. Okay, number one, he said that first of all. Okay, so he going all the way back, right? This is 3rd year. He going back to year 1. Everybody knew he could play. He could shoot. He could pass. I mean, come on, man. Are you kidding me?
And out of all brothers,
right? And
Melo
then,
was the less hated on by players. I'm just talking
that's
about.
Right. That's right. And then DJ, what did he do for the kicker to me is at the end when he said, in other words, when Charlotte get their act together, if they get their act together, and they turn the team over to Melo, we gonna see something that we ain't seen.
Right.
But that ain't happening yet. But we expect it to eventually is gonna do it. I hope. See, so I thought that was really interesting that a competitor and someone who was supposed to don't have a real good relationship with them for whatever reason, go listen to those talking heads. That's what they'll tell you. Getting a really thoughtful answer to them just getting they behinds beat and Melo taking off his belt and just being a magician out there. 26 minutes, 23 points. 12 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 turnover. Come on, get out of here.
1 turnover.
Please.
And man, I'm just so excited. He's been averaging 20 plus points. It's like I think this run like 24 points per game, close to it. That's the season. The average is 27 to 28 points per game. Besides that 23-point game last time, but it was a double-double. He had 23 and 12 assists. Here's another thing that LaMelo said, and you're going to like this, Coach Joe.
Yes.
He said the Sham that one chick from Bali Sports, but this is what he said to her.
All right, Lamelo, really tough possessions down the stretch there. You obviously fouled out with a couple seconds left, but how much trust did you have in your teammates to get it done tonight?
Definitely always got trust in my teammates, so I knew when I came out, we had another one going in for me, so I'm just glad we got the W.
You had some foul trouble early, just 3 points in the first half, but you finished with 23 points, 12 assists. How did you adjust your game in the second half, play for as long as you did?
Like my pop said, it's always 2 halves to the game, so I kind of knew the first half was off with the foul trouble, so I was just pretty much locked in on second half.
We've seen you guys play in really good spurts, night in and night out, but what was different about tonight?
I feel like we just came in ready. You know, we listened to the coach, listened to the scouting report, and we just had a different type of energy tonight, I felt.
Last question for you. It's been anything but easy for you guys this season, but a win against a really good Kings team on a second night of a back-to-back, does it show what this team's capable of?
Yeah, I feel like we're definitely capable of a lot. You know, just got off to a bad start, had some injuries, but I feel like we're finally getting back there, so we're going to try to turn this thing around.
How good does this feel?
Yeah, it feel great to get a win. Love winning.
Thanks.
I love winning. I repeat,
Yes.
I love winning.
Yes.
Coach,
He had that look in his eye the other night, DJ, and his body language, everything. It was just that Melo we know. It was so beautiful. It was like he was just wheeling the ball in. You going in, and you going in, and you gonna go in. I mean, when he shot that floater, and it looked like it was almost in slow motion, and everybody was just watching. I was like, look at this. So who is that said that the game is slowed down for Melo? Oh my God, it's in strobe light. You know what I mean? He's just his matrix is so slow. He sees things so clearly. But I said this earlier, DJ, and I'm gonna qualify it now. I want to go into it, and there's something I saw that I have never seen since he's been there. And I know you saw it as well, and people in the family saw it as well. This was the first time I had ever seen his teammates deferring to him. All of them, for like 5-6 trips in a row. He tried to give it to McDaniels once. Go ahead. You can do your thing. McDaniels like, nope. That was that 3 hit on the right side. That long one. Bang. Boom. See. Hayward was giving him the ball back. Yeah, he was. Did you see it, DJ?
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like,
yeah.
I couldn't even believe it.
And this was at crunch time. See, because all them threes he hit, it was 3 point, 1 point, 2 point, 1 point, down 2 points, up 2 points. It wasn't no big switches. It wasn't no big switches until Melo energized clumsily. And if you look at this, see, this to me is so indicative of how Melo is so impactful on this team. If you look at what Clumsley shot and what Nick Richards shot, come on and tell me them dudes is them dudes.
It's
okay,
like,
Plumsley was 7 for 8, I think. Okay, 7 for 8, and most of them was alley hoops or Butler service that Melo was giving him.
And Coach Joe, you see
Yes.
how different the flow of the game is?
Oh my stars!
Man.
I mean, it's like anything is possible.
Are you KG now, Coach?
I mean, it looked like anything is possible. Now when they out there, when Melo out there, everything looked like everybody's own. You know, but when he ain't out there, they looking for their dog. Did you see the dog? Oh no, somebody lost my dog. You run around with,
jacking up shots, not even.
Oh my stars! And Terry, look, listen here. I have one moratorium, DJ, and y'all know it, family, and y'all know it. When it comes one steadfast rule when it comes to looking at these players and critiquing them truthfully and honestly. Okay, except Lamelo, obviously, because we Meloholics, so we're gonna always be over a little bit. I love too gonna be too deep for him. We're gonna always go over into a little fandom, but that's okay because he great anyway. He don't need us. He great anyway. Okay, and that's and that's this not giving Melo the team and this giving it to you and taking it back. Indian giving. Here you can have it. Give it back. You can have it. Give it back. It's all these false starts. Where it's enough of this nonsense. And I'm just so glad to see that Melo is still has made that abundantly clear through his play. However, I'm not mad that I have a moratorium on rookies. I won't criticize rookies. 10-year, 12-year vets. Oh, you can be criticized. And if you stinking up, if your contribution on the team is they go backwards when you come out there, then they go backwards when you come out there. Sorry, stop having the team go backwards when you come out there. I mean, it looks so good to see Melo and Kelly Oubre, that big old backcourt.
Yeah. Hey man, shout out to Jonathan, man. He said, "Good evening, brothers. Been a while since you've been on YouTube. We're gonna try to do this more. I got to get up early for work in the morning, so what we're gonna do is try to do pre-shows before the games and to give our opinions. And this is fun. Breaking down the career of Lamelo, man. And this is something when I watch him play, Coach Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying to myself, wow, they could have really had Jalen Duren.
Oh, my stars.
I mean, if you're going to be losing like this, get the young guys that can do something.
Wait. No, but DJ, we got to give his credit. We got to give Nick Richards his credit. Nick Richards is first in the league of big dudes to come off and lead the league in double-doubles.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Richards is balling. He ain't getting the time. He's getting double-doubles every other night. This dude wasn't doing nothing, guys. Y'all know how inconsistent this kid was. He was in the G League. And now he outplaying Plumlee easily. See, but Jalen Duren here would have made them have two dudes that could keep the pressure on the defense, whereas opposed to they don't have that with Clemson. I mean, that dunk that Richards did last game. Remember that one baseline where he caught it? Mm-hmm. And what you come saying? I wonder what he gonna do when he went underneath and threw that thing down so hard. I thought his arm was going in there. Did you know what I'm talking about?
What game was that against?
Last game.
Yeah,
that was the last game. Yeah, and last year, Nick Richards wouldn't have made that move. No, he would have fumbled. He would have fumbled the ball out of bounds, or could not caught it at all.
Well, confidence changes things. His confidence is soaring, and when you're playing with LaMelo Ball instead of Terry Rozier and other ball hogs, you start feeling a certain way. You're like, man, I can play, man. I got this game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right. And DJ, this is the thing. His game is better for the team being what it is than Terry's.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Melo recognizes, because I really believe Melo's responsible for his activity and his part of his confidence. I'll watch him. He's Melo talking to him. I mean, that alley hoop that he threw to Plumlee with 2 minutes or something, I think, to go from half court. Come on. Who does that? LeBron James.
Hey, family, before we go on, we got 40 plus people in the chat. Make sure it's 40 plus likes, and make sure to like this video. Again, like the video, share the video, and it helps with this channel, helps to grow. And thank you all for tuning in. Let me read some of these comments.
Yes.
A lot of people are agreeing, which it takes Coach Joe, as always. Macrina says, when LaMelo is not on the court, everyone is the man. Yeah, we call that hero ball centric. Like, damn, man. Everybody want to be MJ, prime MJ when LaMelo's not out there. Y'all got to sit y'all tails down and play team basketball. That's why they don't win anything. Man, Terry Rozier, he'll miss 4 straight shots. The body language, that's what gets me. The moping around and then not playing defense. This is why me and Coach Joe have been saying, especially Coach Joe, you got to get 3-and-D guys who are selfless.
That's right.
Selfish.
That's right. And DJ, you know what? They may have them on the team, but just because I'm gonna tell you, if you can't get more out of Thor and all of that, then I don't understand some of these dudes. I've been watching them now, family. I'm back watching the Hornets because of Melo, obviously. And I've seen some improvements from these dudes from last year. I do not understand what the hell is going on with this team right here. It's some straight bull crap going on with this team. DJ, they ain't as sorry as I thought they were. They not. They just hate. They look, as much as the Clippers got the best grown man team in the league, them in Milwaukee, the Hornets got the selfishest team one of the selfishest team in the league.
Oh yeah, they do.
Them dudes so selfish.
I said this on another show. On the other show, I said that the Hornets could have won 7 more games. Not
Facts.
Only if Miles Bridges was playing, but besides that, they could have won 7 more games if they played the right way. And there were some games that were close games that they lost because they went away from fundamentals. They went away from team basketball. That's the stuff that's tripping them up. That's the stuff that's that doesn't have them at 500 right now.
Well, see, my issue with them. If you notice that last game that they won against Sacramento, every run that Sacramento made in that game, they met that run with force at some point. If Sacramento got 2 buckets, the only real run Sac went on was at the end when De'Aaron Fox made about 4 or 5 baskets in a row. But all during the game, see, it was met, and it was met defensively. Okay, they were very active, helping each other. Okay, and nobody's there to hold them dudes accountable, and it has to come out of the locker room. See, that's the thing that could save this fish. Okay, if they could get some of these how do I say it nicely, some of these veterans who have been around a little while and been in different locker rooms and don't really want to listen to them young dudes too much. If they could just kind of move some of them along a little bit, and let some of them young dudes, okay, because I look around the NBA, I see a lot of young teams with a lot of young players, and they look promising. And I'm a toot their horn. Them young Orlando Magics, they the youngest team in the league. They can, but they don't. But when they play, I watch them. When they play hard. Everybody play hard to come in the game for them. They don't make shots all the time. They don't know the right shots to shoot all the time. They can't stay focused. Sometimes they got, attention problems sometimes. Young teams have that. And that's what most of their losses are on. But they're not on, them losses ain't because they're not trying, because they don't have talent either. And who could have had them? The Hornets could be sitting over here with Bo and got doggone Mo Bamba, who coming off the bench. This don't make no doggone sense. You can't go get bench dudes. And Bo wasn't on nobody's team, no contract before the season started. Okay, so it's just what you said, DJ, and Occam's razor says that the quickest, the truest answer is probably the simplest one. Michael Jordan, them people. He don't have no organization that he runs. He care about this team winning. He care about that NASCAR stuff. Clearly, this makes no sense.
That's right. That's the saddest part right there. Doesn't even care about his own damn team.
No, it don't make no sense.
The NBA,
DJ, were you watching yesterday when Melo was? There were points in that third, fourth quarter where they needed to be answered, and Melo knew he could. He shouldn't, not couldn't. He shouldn't do it all. So he started forcing, like making sure Clumsy would get it to keep him activated, keep moving him feet, and he would keep it, giving it to McDaniels and the other ones, trying to keep him engaged because he knew he needed him, and throwing passes that they put him in positions to shoot shots that they almost couldn't miss. Did you notice that? That looked like that Magic Johnson stuff to me back in the day.
hey, Coach Joe, remember, don't tell people that, you know, they get on their feelings. He's not Magic. You compare one trait to his game. He's not LeBron. He's not Matt. We're not saying
right, exactly.
Do you know what comparing traits are?
Right.
God. But DJ, that's how it started. But Coach Joe, he's not. You're wrong.
Mm.
But Coach Joe, let's go to our next segment. The Clippers.
Mm. Hey, before we go to the Clippers,
yeah,
can we just do a little thing here? I finally heard some information on Lonzo.
Oh boy, we got to talk about that.
Thought it was very interesting. Hadn't heard from Lonzo in a long time, huh? Heard about him, but ain't heard much from him. So Jamal Collier from ESPN put an article out the other day, and he said, I'm just going to read the quotes. Lonzo says, been crazy journey, crazy therapy. He was at some charity event. Everything is just trying to get back on the court. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet. Okay, this is his second surgery, as we know. Had that meniscus tear. Now, just for full understanding here, the meniscus is not the ACL, which is the worst one. Just full disclosure. Okay. I watched Baron Davis in a dunk contest with a torn meniscus, DJ, one time. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, he said, day by day, just trying to remain positive and just keep getting better. If it's an inch better every day, just trying not to move backwards. So that told me that he's feeling some of that pressure, you know, that athletes feel when they ain't been out there, when they not helping their team, when they know they can be helping their team, when they know that they need to be out there. You know, I hardly hear any of that kind of stuff out of Lonzo. He's so, how do I say? He's so, deadpan with his answers. You know, he don't give away a whole lot, but he did in this, and I was happy to see it because I thought it was important. He said the last couple of weeks I'm finally seeing some improvement, which is nice to see. Ball said it's still obviously not where I want to be, but it's definitely a positive light at the end of the tunnel. And at the end, he says that I think we have a great team. I know the things I can do to help the team out, Ball said. But unfortunately, I'm not on the court right now. And I feel like we're all feeling it. DJ, okay, family, did y'all hear that one? We're all feeling it? Wow, that's Lonzo? Wow. Interesting. Okay. I thought that was the most how do I say? Autonomous grown man interview I ever heard out of Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, I could.
And I'm happy to see it. But I had no idea his knee was that bad. He said he couldn't walk upstairs without pain. What? I mean, they let us under the impression that Lonzo, they was expecting him back last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
And he couldn't walk upstairs without pain. Really? Come on, man. Huh?
Coach Joe, maybe the knee is worse than what we all think it is.
That's what I'm saying, DJ. Look, I've been around sports a long time and been around a lot of guys with knee injuries, and I've seen them come back in the rehab process and a lot of that stuff. And when these giants, these guys, when they having problems like regular stuff, walking up and down the steps, walking, they hurting. There ain't nothing really, little stuff going on. It's big stuff going on that they having problems with that. And he said he been having problems with that. And how long is Lonzo gonna be out now?
Like Constantine said, sitting a year. Hey, shout out to Juju, man. What's good, man?
What's up, Juju? How you doing there, young G?
If he missed a year, it's he already has the injury prone label right now.
Right.
If he I'm telling you right now, if he sits out a year, it's not going to be a good look at all.
I mean, but this is what I'm looking at. This article made me I thought about. How can he come back after the All-Star break? We are in December. Unless he starts healing rapidly. The article said they had him on the doing the weight the weight bearing stuff in the pool at some point, and they had to stop him from doing that because that was hurting the knee. Okay, that's interesting to me. I thought that was interesting, and so and then he and how he sound in the article, he seemed like he sounded like he's learning to deal with the frustrations of it, taking the victories where they can come because he knows it's a process. And he's accepted that, and I'm happy to hear that because that's where real healing can happen, and real understanding and clarity can happen when one really wants to take a look at it, and not look around it, really look at it. And so it sounds like he's wanting to do that, and then saying at the end there, hey, I miss us and they miss us. Wow, I'm happy to hear that too.
Man, prayers for Lonzo, man. That's tough as nails right now for him. And he's got to play. He's got to get healthy first and then play. But, man, this is a mess. Because remember, this offseason, a lot of folks is like, oh, it's just some loose bones in his knee. They got to get cleaned up. I was like, that you sure it's more? You sure it's not more than that? But yeah, I feel bad for Lonzo, man. I feel bad for that brother, man.
Yeah, I'm my fingers are crossed, and I'm just hoping that he makes a miraculous recovery. Yeah. I really do. I just hoping that maybe the bad juju is behind him and he's in a good headspace, because it has to do, healing is not just about what the doctors and stuff can do for you. It's what you can do for yourself through your own state of mind. See, right. We have a lot to do with us recovering, when we go through things, our attitude, how we look at it. It's not a shield, and it's not a guarantee, but it's important. And it sounds like to me Lonzo is there, and I'm happy to hear that.
Me too. And let me switch gears. No pun intended. Ball said years ago, but Clippers and Hornets. What do the Clippers, not Clippers, but what do the Hornets need to do to upset the Clippers in this game?
Well, let me do this before I say that. I want to look and see who the heck is playing, because that's going to have that, in today's NBA, that has a lot to do with it. I see that Zion's out with COVID. So he's not. He'll be out here for a minute. I saw that. I want to see who's playing, and for the Clippers, because they got the part-time player Kawhi Leonard, and he's the part-time player, So this may be one of the. They didn't play yesterday, I don't think. So he may be playing, and so if he's playing the way he's starting to feel, yeah. Paul George has been out. Paul George is day to day. Reggie Jackson is day to day. Norman Powell is still out, and Ivica Zubac is day to day. If Paul George, Reggie Jackson, and Zubac play, and everybody plays for Charlotte who played before, Terry looks like he's day to day, so he may play today. Who knows? They got a chance because the Clippers see the mental aspect of the game is always a danger and a trap when you playing not so good teams. And as we know, the Charlotte Hornets are I think they got the worst record in the league, them in Detroit, right? So,
Yeah.
it ain't a whole lot to prepare for mentally. You know what I mean? The night before. You're not, like I'm looking at the Cavaliers and the Milwaukee Bucks. These are the number 1 and number 2 defensive rated teams in the league right now. They both in the Eastern Conference, and they both in the same conference, and they both really good teams. So I'm sure them guys was thinking about, having on Cleveland side, they was thinking about Giannis, coming through the lane, dunking on them, and probably having nightmares, and Drew Holiday picking their pockets and going the other way. They probably had some trepidation, but ain't none with this when you play the Hornets. If you're a good team, and especially if you're the best grown man team in the league, or one of them, you see these kids coming in, you pretty much might eat something for breakfast that you don't normally eat because you ain't worried. You get what I'm saying? So,
Right.
So for these dudes, I don't think they have no shot at winning if Paul George and Kawhi play.
So
If
I just read the injury report, and shout out to Thunder. Thank you for tuning in. Read some of these comments real quick. Slash says, as of now, Paul George and Zubac are out. Yeah, I was just going to read.
Paul
good. Zubac are listed day to day. For the Hornets, Terry Rozier and Dennis Smith Jr. are out. Unless, Terry is day to day. Dennis Smith Jr. is out.
Yeah, Dennis Smith Jr. is out.
And Sky says.
So with Paul out and Zubac out, the Hornets got a chance because I think that the longest Kawhi and Senior don't kill them and have 30-point games, they got a chance of beating the Clippers today.
Yeah, Sky says the Hornets are going to lose. He said they don't have a shot at all. Well, it's any given NBA day, just like the Hornets against the Kings didn't have a shot, and they won that game. So you got to play smart basketball, and especially if the opposing team has some injuries. Paul George is not playing. Zubac, who is an important
huge
of the team,
huge
paint protection on the defense.
No. But DJ, we know that they don't have no big man defense.
Well, I mean,
the Hornets don't have no big man defense, so it's good
right.
to Zubac out so he don't get 30 and 20 on him.
That's why I was trying to talk about Zubac.
So I mean Zubac, because remember about 2 weeks ago he got something like 29 and
I see what
rebounds
you're
or something. They can't stop no good big man. If any good big man gets a whole lot, they eat a whole lot against.
Right, they feel like when a Hornets play a good big man, the opposing big man plays like he's a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That was like the Bucks. He came into the NBA in his prime, doing shots every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, golly. Hey, but even though Kawhi is quote unquote part-time Kawhi, I like his game, man. I like the mid-range.
I love Kawhi. I love Kawhi. Hey, did you see him last game that they played? Well, you probably didn't. The
No.
last game he played, he looked like himself more than I've seen him in since over a year. He looked like himself. He was getting all his spots. He was knocking bang. Because when Kawhi, when he's on, the net just barely moved. He's wet from three, from that little back turnaround that he got, and the face up, and man, please, man, Kawhi is bad, but he hurt. He got that knee problem.
There's always some type of injury with Kawhi, knee, back. Just, I don't know how long Kawhi Leonard's going to play in this league, Coach.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you, it don't look like it's trending up.
Oh my, Coach! Guess what the Nets Warriors halftime score is?
What is it? I haven't seen.
91-51.
All right. The Nets got 91 points at halftime.
Yeah, it's a record.
Oh heck,
Oh no! Oh, man,
oh my God, that's horrible.
I had to look back. I said, "What the hell?" 91-51.
Wow, 91 points and a half, family. That's video game.
Man, that's like an elite 2K player playing on rookie mode. That's what it is.
That's sad. That's sad. Well, man. I mean, the Warriors have fallen, haven't they?
Coach Joe, here's the crazy part. Kyrie Irving's not even playing in this game.
Wow. So this is just KD and Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
Wow.
KD got 21 points in the first half.
Yeah, but what okay, so where'd the other 70 come from?
Everybody else, Royce O'Neal, 14, 9 points for Joe Harris, Claxton, 10 points. The bench, good. Tumbe, 8 points. Warren, 5. Sumner, 8. Seth Curry, 5. Cam Thomas, 5.
So everybody eating.
Everybody's sharing the ball, man.
Everybody eating, though. Everybody eating. Everybody scoring.
Yo, everybody eats, B.
Everybody eating.
Shout out to Pay the Fool, man.
Thanks.
Terry in the chat said, "This is crazy. 91 points. The league needs to bring back defensive enforcers." Man, there's a lot.
Well, it's quite. We got short memories. But when I was growing up, back in my day, there were teams, the Portland teams, the Denver teams that scored 140 points.
Yeah, the Denver
Nuggets
did that, 140 some points.
Yeah, often they scored in 100. The Seattle Supersonics with Gus Williams and Jack Sigmund, they scored in. They was always up there high too. It used to be like that. See, we go through ebbs and flows. Then we went through the hard period, and really, guys, the reason it got away was not basketball. The reason it didn't continue to trend in that way and not have a pullback where it became just the defense of the 80s, and all of that, that hard-nosed type basketball, you know what I mean? It's a reason it went to that. And it wasn't basketball related. Not at all. So I'm kind of glad to see that it's going back kind of that way, because it means the skill levels are up. Okay, let's be honest. There's only so many possessions in a 48-minute game. The game hasn't changed, the number. Family. Okay, so before today, if a team scored 70 at half, that we considered that a lot. Wow. Right? 70 next half, that's 140. But 91, come on, man, that's a whole game.
Man, we need to teach these young athletes to slide their feet, man. You can't be giving up 91 points and a half. I don't care how much space offensive player has. That's embarrassing.
No. What I'm saying is, yes, to us it is, but to what the NBA is doing and where they have been trying to go, it's not family. What they want is, let me tell you what y'all, come on, what they want. They don't want anything that looks like it looked back in our day. Don't think that or back in the 90s, early 2000s. No, they want the European game here with our athletes. Fast, quick, threes, dunks. Fast, quick, threes, dunks, flying through the air, big, what Melo does. That's what they want. They don't want no defense. What do you mean defense? Who wants defense? Ain't nobody cheering for defense except, people that understand that you need that to win.
Man, Adam Silver, man, he must be puffing a cigar right now.
Yeah, he happy. Very happy.
Yeah, no defense being played. Yeah, man.
Very happy. The G League showcase is going on right now on as well. Are you aware of that, DJ?
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the and Terry, you're right. They didn't score 91 points and a half. They didn't, but they scored routinely 125, 130, the Nets. The Denver Nuggets 140, 138. They was up in there because they had multiple 30-point scores. They had dudes that could put the rock in the rock, put that thing in there. See, so I just want y'all to know that we came from that, and then that got derailed because see, what the NBA wanted was they wanted there to be clear delineation between the path, high school, college, and professional. That clearly what distinguished you when you to be able to play in the professional game, you had to be exceptional on the college level. See, that's where you had to start dividing yourself at. That's where the cream starts to get cold at. So it's supposed to do this. I mean, that short corner, they haven't lengthened the floor, made the floor bigger. That short corner, any NBA player will tell you that short corner on all NBA floors to NBA players is a layup. And how should people be shooting layups at high percentages?
Mm-hmm.
I heard the best person I heard that expressed my sentiment about where the game is and all that kind of stuff was I think his video went viral for a little while. Iman Shumpert. Did you see that video, DJ, and family, where he was talking about there's been some little clips going around with brothers from yesteryear, or retired players, talking about how the game has changed and how they feel about it and so forth and so on. Well, Iman Shumpert, you guys remember him, DJ, from Cleveland?
Yeah, I remember him.
His wife is Tina Taylor, right?
Tiana Taylor, the singer.
The singer, that's his wife. Yeah. So they were asking him about it, and he said that he remembers when Steph first came in. He said, I think it was Steph's second year, I think he said, or somewhere around there. And he said that, it might have been even in the. I don't want to mess that part of it up. But at some point when Steph came in early in his career, and Steph was shooting the ball from way, way out, and nobody was shooting the ball from that way out from three. When Steph came in. And he said the coach was saying to him, called a timeout after Steph had made a couple of them, and he's like, Shump was the defensive guy he was that wing defensive stopper type guy on the Cleveland team and on teams that he played for in the NBA. And so I think it was Mike Brown said, you're gonna get out there and guard him. And he's like, he's shooting from way out there. We want him to shoot from way out there. We want to clown him, so when it clangs, we can go the other way and jam it down his throat. He said, but this little dude started making them. He said, so I know firsthand that I'm not used to that way. I don't like that way, he said, I'm used to the way the basketball that I played and grew up with. I'm used to basketball that way. But I understand it how they play and how they play today. And that makes sense to me too. And that's how I feel. It ain't my way. I mean, I like to bump and grind a little bit. You know what I mean? I like the physicality of the game. I like that, if you win a championship, you had to really, really get persevere. You had to really have some sack to win. And when nobody giving you nothing. It's really very hard. And so, so nobody felt like the champion was cheap, or nobody gave somebody a championship. See, like you sometimes hear in that football game.
Boy, this is y'all hear from the OG Coach Joe, man. This is that you don't get it anywhere else, man. This is not only the game of basketball, but the game of life.
Because let's be honest, we've carved out a place for ourselves in these sports, where we can have some peace, and it's a beautiful thing, and we've excelled. But it's still life. And DJ, I wanna bring this up because it's relevant to our conversation. The Phoenix Suns have been officially sold, or no, let me not speak out of turn. They are in negotiation. They found an owner. A new owner. They found someone who Adam Silver is stamping. So now he has to go through the vetting process. But his name is Matt Ishbia. Agreed to the Suns' purchase for a record of $4 billion. Now, just for full disclosure here, in 2004, that's about from 2004 to now. Is that like 20? What is that? What is that? 17? That was 4 years, 2000 now. So we're talking about 20 something years. So he bought that team for $400 million. Okay, they making him sell it because of how he ran that organization down there, like an animal house, a frat house. Okay, and so they making him sell it, and so the Phoenix Suns organization is worth $4 billion apparently. So what is the Lakers worth? They're the top. They're the flagship in the NBA. The Lakers are. So if the Phoenix Suns are worth $4 billion, what is the Lakers worth? And do you see why we talk about these players' salaries? Okay, is LeBron James getting anywhere close to? Will he have made when he retired anywhere close to $4 billion?
No.
That's
the problem.
Not even close. Nowhere in the neighborhood. LeBron is in the tens of millions, or maybe hundreds of millions. He ain't nowhere close to what this dude is. And who is this guy? Ishbia.
I ain't never heard of him.
Yeah, see, you guys, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not. Look. Whoever this guy is, obviously he's got the money. He's going to be the managing partner. He's from the mortgage business. Okay, they know him in the NBA, but it's the same old thing. The same old club of people get the opportunity to buy. The opportunity to buy. He ain't buying this straight out. He's going to be the managing partner. That means he has partners. Are you telling me that Kevin Garnett, the group that he put together to buy the Minnesota the Timberwolves, the team that he put on the map, to buy that when their owners sold it 2 years ago or a year ago? Okay, and he wouldn't sell it to him. Instead, he sold it to Alex Rodriguez, the baseball player. Guy had nothing to do with Minnesota and the Timberwolves. Different sport altogether. But what is not different? The circle is not different. See, Kevin Garnett is not in that circle. What circle are you talking about, coach? I'm talking about the circle that says that you can be a professional owner and buy a team like this one right here for $4 billion in 2022. And in 20 years, 25 years, that franchise will be worth 50 or 40 or 50 billion dollars. And your family will be taken care of for generations, because that's what that kind of a purchase is. It's a generational purpose. It's a generational. It's a generational purchase. It's not just a purchase like they tell us is important. When you buy Gucci and Versace, these people that don't like us, whose names we wear, and who the influencers who they let through the gate tell us that this stuff is important. Yet this is the kind of things that they buy. But you have to be invited to buy this. You can't, it doesn't even matter if you have the money. If you don't have the invitation, if they will not see you in equal terms, then you will not have an opportunity, and you can keep your money. And that's what this reinforces. I'm very much waiting to see if LeBron is going to if they're going to sell LeBron that new franchise they're going to put in Vegas. If he's going to be the owner of it. I'm very, very much, because LeBron has been very good to the NBA. He's been good for the NBA and good to the NBA. I'm going to see if they're going to reward him.
You know what they say, if you don't have the complexion for protection, it's a no-go to buy big things. And to own something like an NBA team, like you pointed out, Coach Joe, it's like a fraternity.
It's a fraternity. And guess who the guy thanked? The guy thanked Tom Izzo from Michigan State, who he played. He was on the bench probably when he was in college. I don't even remember the dude. And he's my generation. So I don't remember the dude. And I remember those teams back in the day. He was probably on the bench, and he went the financial route that many of the guys on those benches on those college teams who aren't playing, but they're getting the experience.
Mm-hmm.
They later on they get to buy teams. And the people who are generating the interest, generating the income, are forever always relegated to second and third and fourth. Not even second, really. Third and fourth and fifth. It's just ridiculous. You know, it's just ridiculous. And I just believe that I'm always going to hold the idea that we humans created this thing we live in. We can change it to make it whatever we want it to be. And if we want it to be different, we just have to stand up and be heard. That's all.
Exactly. Coach Joe, this was a great stream. Before we roll out, you know, people are going to be like, well, Michael Jordan owns a team. Man, that's, every now. What are you going to say, Coach Joe?
He does. And what does that have to do with the price of tea in Brazil or in China? I'm trying to understand.
Right.
How many franchises are there? 30,
Mm-hmm.
right? And how many black men have gone through the NBA in the 75-year period?
Right.
I think more than one. I think the answer is north of one.
Ding, ding, ding. Man. Coach Joe, man, this has been a fun stream. You know what? This is the best idea to do a pre-show before, like if it's a game that's past my time because I got to work
Yes.
in the morning.
Yes.
This was very fun. Very fun. If I didn't have
I
to
like
get up
this.
in the morning, I would have been on the stream. You see how we just vibing, just talking
Mm,
about sports. Like
mm,
if I didn't have to work, I would have been on here for 3 hours and couldn't even tell.
facts.
This is when you know you love what you do, and let's keep growing this channel. Share this video throughout all social media platforms. And before you leave, all I ask is if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. It helps. It helps. It helps. And if you want to donate to Coach Joe, $Basecat to keep speaking that truth that he always does. Any last words, OG?
Well, DJ, I just want to say thank you again for all that you do for keeping DJ's raw truth up and rolling, my brother, and being the authentic, true voice for the people, for our people that it is. I appreciate you so much. As our family knows, this is a passion for you. This isn't something you that you rely on to put food on the table. And so I want to always highlight your effort and what you do, the sacrifice that you make to make this possible. And so I thank you so very much. I thank the family for coming in for because where a few gather, we got a party. It ain't got to be everybody, but it's just got to be somebody. And you guys are more than somebodies. You're so special to us, especially you Mellowholics. And I can't wait till we get back on our streams. It's coming very soon. Well, we will be doing what we do best. We will be streaming our boy doing the thing, losing our hair, letting it catch on fire as he just continues to be himself. And as I always like to say, Ubuntu. Because of me, you are. Because of you, I am. We are one. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, family. Until next time, peace and blessings.